What's love got to do? Got to do with it. Remember that from Tina Turner? Anyways, okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? Wellness Week Live. I am your host, DJ Anthony. Says right there. Co-host Southern Cal. That's PhD resident Magnus. Hey, we're not giving any medical advice. Always check with the healthcare professionals. Okay, listen. Let's talk about love. It says it right there, folks. Let's talk about love and your health. Now, I think Magnus. I'm coughing. Talk about love and start choking. Okay. I'm getting on the tail end of my cough. Anyways, forgive me, folks. I almost hocked a loogie into the microphone. So,
Please don't.
yeah, man. When I was a kid, Magnus, when you're a teenager, teenage boys, they can have immature sense of humor. But I remember one time talking about hocking loogies. So I was on the basketball team in Jersey here where I grew up. And I remember I was a freshman and I was playing basketball. And I remember this one senior, he was like, 6'5", all-star basketball player. And I remember him hocking a loogie and just spitting it on the wall of the gymnasium. And I remember being so impressed. I was like, whoa, that's amazing. Like, he got all that out and it's hanging on the wall. And it looks like I don't want to say what it looks like. But anyways, I was just like, whoa, dude, awesome. But when you're a kid. Anyways, but
you're not that impressed when you see some dude like that's been drinking all day comes out and do the same thing nowadays, right?
No, but yeah, so this my fellow basketball teammate, well, he wasn't my fellow, he was older than me, but I was just like, when you're a kid, you're impressed with like anything. It's like, whoa, dude, how'd you spit all that out? It's amazing. But he's a pig though. He spit it on the wall. He's supposed to spit in the garbage. Anyways. And we're friends to this day, by the way. I see this guy. I'm still like, man, you're the legend of legends, bro.
Anyways, you're the legends of loogies.
I'm telling you, man. So, okay. So love. So, it's funny. We talk about like don't smoke, don't drink, work out, eat right, medicines. Those. I was saying to myself, well, what about the power of love? I don't want to sound like Celine Dion here, but like the power of love, the power of not just friendship, which is important, not just having a job and but like when someone loves you, like a good friend, or like when your best friend loves you, or a cousin loves you, your grandmother loves you, your father loves you, your wife loves you, your boyfriend, your girlfriend loves you. Like, listen, I think you would agree. When you have someone that loves you, and there's different types of love, right? I mean, like, but when you have someone that loves you and you know it, and they say that to you, they hug you, or they kiss you, or they, just tell you, I love you, bro. Or your wife, Magnus, says, oh, Magnus, te quiero mucho, mi amor. Magnus, you got to learn how to speak Spanish. Anyway, so.
I understand what you're saying.
Right, that's good. So, right. But it sounds a lot better in Spanish, by the way. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, I think, is almost like a cure. Like, when you have someone that loves you and again, like hugs you or just tells you they love you, it's so powerful for our health. Like, I know, like I'm not married or anything like that. Ladies, I am single. But anyways, like when someone tells me, like even a friend, like, bro, I love you, like you feel like healthy, like that moment. You feel like, oh man, thank you. And so I always try to make sure I tell the people that I love you. Yeah. So not only the power of touch, but saying I love you. That's powerful for your health. Like that makes you healthier. Magnus, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, like looking at it, Huey Lewis can't be wrong, and like the power of love, greatest song, and it's in one of the greatest movies ever made, Back to the Future.
Yeah, power of love.
Yeah,
True.
and then we have Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Power of Love.
Now you're going in deep.
Love.
You're going in deep. Because by the way, I like Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Not many people do, but
I do too.
Wait, can we just talk about Frankie Goes to Hollywood real quick?
Yes, of course. I love it.
Well, by the way, so Frankie Goes to Hollywood, they're an English band, so I could see you liking them because you're from Europe. But they had one big song here, right? Don't relax, don't do it. However, I stumbled upon a Frankie Goes to Hollywood song. I don't know the name of it exactly, but it goes like, "Is anybody out there?" It's a very melancholy, kind of a love song, but it's oh shoot, what's the name? I think it's called "Is Anybody Out There," but it's very, very slow and kind of melancholy and just a sweet song. Yeah. But okay, so you like Frankie Goes to Hollywood?
Yeah, no, like learn something new about me too. No, like tremendous, tremendous songs. They did a bunch of really, really good
They were
songs.
big in Europe, yeah.
Yeah, and then also like who else? Like Celine Dion have a song. I
Wow,
think the
Celine
power.
Dion, Power of Love.
Yeah,
Have you ever been in love? I mean,
yeah,
Celine Dion's every other song is. But hold on, Franco Zahalo. By the way, Relax, Don't Do It. Now, dude, I DJ for a living. Magnus, I can put Relax, Don't Do It on today, and teenagers love it. Like that
yeah.
song has legs. It still holds up. It's timeless. It's one of the very, very few songs. It's like you can't even tell. It's like, wait, is that a song from the today or the 80s? Like, it's so fucking cool.
Yeah,
And,
it's yeah, and look at it. What else? Two Tribes. You know, remember that video when it was like Ronald Reagan and I think it was Gorbachev. Like they were basically punching each other.
Well,
like yeah, no, I mean that was also such a powerful song and video when we're talking about like we're in the middle of the Cold War and they're doing songs like that. So I mean they such a big influence and also such a lot of really like emotionally deep songs too that definitely binds together with what we're talking about now, the power of love. And of course, like just listening to songs, how many songs are out there about love, about like how love can heal and so on. I mean, like again, you would never have that many artists do songs about it if it did not affect us in a positive way.
Listen, the cavemen were writing about love, for God's sakes. It is,
yes. And singing and dancing and everything to show love and appreciation.
It is why we are here on earth, right? It is love. I mean, you know what's sad though? Like, obviously, like, yes, you know, again, different types of love, right? You have a love from a parent, love from a friend, love from a colleague. Those are all important.
Yeah.
But, you know, the Holy Grail really...
Can I add something? I think that like that we also miss things like self-love.
True, you got to love yourself.
Yes,
that's true. Because if you don't have that, then even you could have the best love in the world from your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, friends, family. But if you don't love yourself, I mean, all of it means nothing. So you have to love yourself. True, that is the core. Because we know so many people commit suicide and hurt themselves because obviously it's a mental illness. But when you don't love yourself, we don't see value. You could have the best wife, the best husband, the best everything, friends. Yeah, so you're right. The core, the foundation, the basement, the cornerstone is self-love. Okay, so from that though, I would say though, like the Holy Grail would be finding romantic love. And I'm not talking about sex really per se, but I'm because I know a lot of people that have sex, you know, and they're sleeping around this and that, but they don't have love. So when you have someone,
two different things.
Oh, 100%. When you have someone that loves you. Here's this kind of a scary thing, at least for a single person. And I guess maybe a lot of married people out there too, that, you know, anybody can be married, but are you really in love with your spouse? And I don't mean like romantic bullshit love. I mean like, hey, we've been through some shit, but I love you. You love them. They love you. And I'm not asking you, Magnus, but I'm just saying people in general, right? My point is the Holy Grail is to find that person that you love. And that's it. Like if you got that, you got a lot, because having that intimate, tender, I don't want to be mushy here, but having that intimate love, that caring love, it is a game changer. And you know what's kind of scary is not many people will find that in life, and that's the thing that kind of sucks, because you could go on a million dates, you could be a great person, doesn't mean you're going to find love. It's almost kind of luck almost, which is fucking scary, because it's like, damn, you know, like then again, it could be a numbers game, because I always say you got to throw enough shit at the wall.
Anthony, is it like with today's, like how we have technology, social media, we have all these dating sites and things like that, and less and less people are finding someone like a partner or someone that they truly love.
You know why? Because they're too busy swiping to the next person. They don't want to give anybody a chance, guys and girls. You know, it's like,
yeah, and not just that. I think that so many people have such a shrewd like idea of what someone, like a good partner, someone.
They're watching too many movies.
Yeah, and then they think it was so funny, because I watched this, like it was a YouTube clip. I think it's a podcast or YouTube channel that talked to this type was females. About like who they're looking for in the dating game, and they were like, okay, how much they should make, how tall they should be, not being overweight, so on and so forth. And they gave their kind of criteria on what they're looking for, and it came down to, they had like, I think some girls have like 0.01% of the people living in the United States.
Right, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the norm, like we're talking about, like people don't understand what the norm is about when it comes to income, about height, about looks, things like that.
Yeah.
And I think it becomes very, people are so caught up in the superficial materialistic
100%,
things
100%.
instead of like looking at value and
Right.
like what a person can actually bring,
Right.
and how important actually love is, besides just a dollar amount
Right.
that you're earning a year or whatnot.
Here's the tricky part, because I'm on the dating scene now, and you're married, but so we have two different lives in a way. We do have two different lifestyles. Okay, so and you've been single, obviously, but I think though, here's where I kind of fall and fuck up. I tend to, when you're supposed to do this, find someone, right, who has a job, who's a good person, who's honest. Okay, but that doesn't mean the person's for you, though. That doesn't mean that that's the right match.
Yeah.
So that's been my fault. My fault over the years is that I see it's like, okay, those are prerequisites, but you have to, because someone, Magnus, would say, well, I'm not looking at looks, I'm not looking at money, I just want to find a good, loyal person. Even that's not enough. That's not enough.
I mean,
that's not enough. You need to have that as a prerequisite. But so this begs the question, like, so then what? I don't even think most people know what the fuck they want. Even myself, I'm like, I don't even know what the hell I want. But I know it has to be more than just, okay, you're a good person. I've been with a bazillion women who are good people. That's okay.
But Anthony, one of the most important thing to know is what you don't want.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want someone that smokes and drinks and all that, but
but what's starting there? But no, like love is very, very complicated, and I think also nowadays, it's definitely more complicated than it had ever been in world history.
Yeah, of course.
And I think, like looking at it, like a couple of things that it like goes down is like, I think it was easier like when we had like tribal living or whatever you want to call it. Like now you live in one of the biggest cities in the world, and I also live in like close to a couple of the biggest cities in the world too. So like I think that is an issue too, because you see and too many people are in your life than actually like finding, the true loyal people. Like, and also we're just talking about like friends here. Finding true loyal friends are becoming so hard nowadays. And you see like people, like so many young people complaining that like, I don't have any real friends.
Right. But that's
like,
their fault, and that's my fault or your fault.
Yeah, but it's also society's fault.
True. However, at some point, my opinion, you're right about that. It's societal. But however, okay, so now I'm sitting in my room by myself. Okay, okay, society. Now what? Am I going to sit here and rot?
Unfortunately, a lot of people do.
They do. No, I know. Yeah. But winners, and I'm not saying people who are perfect, but I'm saying winners get up. You fucking try. You fail. You get up. You try again. You get up. You try again. So I get myself out of the house. I go out by myself. I go to dinner. I go. I go out with my friends. I make sure I connect physically, because it's like, everyone is, your phone is not where your friends are. Your phone is face to face, flesh to flesh, handshake, a hug, a kiss. So in a way, my opinion is most of it's our fault. Now, yes, society, but we are society. So it's like, but you get caught in these traps. And it's funny too, because like I have, like any single person, right? With these dating apps, you have access to more men and women than you could ever shake a stick out in your life. And it's like television. There's more channels, but it seems like there's nothing on. So, I mean, you have to kind of circumvent that and figure it out. But yeah, listen, back in the 1920s or the 1800s or 1700s, of course, you found the woman or man from your village, you got married, you had 10 kids. But you know what? Were you even aware of your spouse because you were busy farming? You probably didn't even, I think back then, our great-grandparents, they married because they had to take care of the farm. They weren't married for love. My grandparents didn't marry for love. They married and they escaped World War II, and it wasn't about love.
But then
Like,
you see that still in a lot of cultures
of
when
course,
that like you get married to someone that your family picks for you
right,
or whatnot.
right.
So and I mean and still like it seems to work and for certain
Well, it
people. But I
works
mean
on paper that they're not
yeah
before, but are they really
yeah
happy?
yeah no I
Eh,
mean and just like and we should add that too like having a relationship and love and all that, that is also complicated because it's something that you continuously have to work on. I
right.
mean it's the same thing. You have to see it. I mean you have to take care of your own garden instead of looking what every other like gardens look like or whatever other
Yeah.
gardener says that you're supposed to do. You have to figure out what works for you in your relationship with. I mean, and that is we're not just talking about like a partner, but also friends, family, children, so
Right. You
on.
want to have a
You
good
know,
friendship, you want to have a good family. Listen, Magnus, I live by myself, whatever. I'm not crying. I have a great life. However, like if I don't reach out to my,
how could you say that with Rocky sitting next to
oh
you,
shit,
right?
Rocky's looking at
Yeah,
me. He's like, bro, I'm gonna shoot
yeah.
in your foot.
It's
Sorry,
like
buddy. No. But true, he has family. No, but I mean, like, I say to myself, damn, I haven't seen my nieces and nephews or brothers in a while. Well, I got two choices. I can sit and complain, or I pick up the fucking phone. I'm like, dude, I'm taking you out to lunch. So I,
yeah,
I call them up and I force, I don't force, but I'm like, lunch on me. Pick the date. And that. So life rewards us when we get up and fucking do something about it.
yes,
And so I'm not sitting here, oh, poor me. No, fuck that. I get on the apps. I meet women. I go out, meet my friends. I connect. And so anyways, but I would also say, like back in the day, like our great grandparents, they didn't marry for love; they married to go farming. However, today it seems like most people marry exclusively for romance, and they forget like, hey, it's more than just romance and being on a beach. It's like, right, like you said, you got to work on it. However, I've been in relationships, plural, where it's like, well, if all you do is work on it, if I'm explaining myself for 50 hours, you know what? Maybe it's not the right
yeah,
relationship. I
no,
say you should work on it, meaning like you work to try to get your time schedules together. You work on saving money. You work on cleaning the house. You work together on raising the kids. That's good work. But if you're working on like, let me try to make you like me, you know what? You got the wrong person.
no,
Like,
no. In
but
in
anyways,
in 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 Sweden we have a saying. It says "Är det rätt går det lätt." That basically, if it's the right one, it's basically it's going like you flow. It's an easy flow. It's easy.
right.
You
Like
know,
you'd rather
like
have a bad day with the right person than a good day with the wrong person.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just a flow that you feel, and it's not just about like romancing and going to fancy dinners and
Right.
and buying roses and jewelry and all that. That is such a small part about love and
Of course.
relationship,
Of course.
and like it's more about like the person that takes care of you when you're sick, when you're like puking your guts out and hanging in there, and by when you like lying on top of the toilet seat with like a gut bug or something like that, and takes
Oh,
care of
right.
you and
Yeah. Yeah.
and makes you a chicken soup and all those things.
Right. Those are important. Absolutely. And the person that you want to sit with and just be quiet and still with, like, essentially a good husband or wife or boyfriend, girlfriend is really, it's a good friend,
Yeah,
that you're going to have sex with, whatever, but it's a good friend. You know what I mean? So, anyways, but yeah, love is important for our health, people. We know it helps our blood pressure. It helps it helps us get sick less. It helps us have less mental issues. It helps us with, every single thing in life. And,
yeah.
God made us to be in communion and in conjunction and community with someone, no matter
Not
who that
just
someone is.
but looking at too it should be someone that you're actually doing the uncomfortable things too, like okay, like sorry, like that you're actually taking care of yourself, you're taking care of your health too,
Right.
because you want to be there too, like later on in life, and have your health so you're able to do things and share like uh, the fun times too later on in life. No, like not being bedridden or that you're sitting in a wheelchair or
Of
whatnot.
course. Yeah, yeah.
So
No,
I
man, it's
mean,
important, dude.
yeah,
Love is important.
it
And I
is.
and I think us men, we hide it and like, "Ah, yeah, yeah, whatever." We want love as just as much as the women do, but we act like we're tough. Like,
Yeah,
we
I think people are becoming a little bit better, and I think also like people like um you just mention it like a word, like I love you, and you know, like, or and then like it could be a pat on the shoulder, like grab someone's elbow, give them a hug, whatever it is, you know, that those things are so important. And it's been shown by science that it's like it's such an important part about like surviving. I mean, you can see like they did it with babies, you know, just babies getting physically touched and not giving anything. I mean, the kids that don't give any touch or anything like that, like they died, worst case scenario, or they ended up with a lot of diseases for the rest of their life. So that part, I mean, it is such a like, it is so important. I think also like so many stories when it comes to like religious text or stories that will learn, like everything. So many are connected with love and how love saved people from witches, dragons,
no, it's true,
famine,
right? No.
Like throughout the years. And it's so also something like those, all those stories and everything, songs and anything like that, is that like pointing out how important love is.
If you have love in your life, I mean, honestly, you got everything. I mean, you know, you have health, you got, and like I said, even if you know, when you do have love, you more than likely have better health. But when you have, so when you have health and love, that's it. You got everything. There's nothing you can't do, and you know, but you know, it's not so easy sometimes. So, anyway,
definitely not. It's definitely not. And I mean, like, and again, I think we see that in society too, and has always seen that. It's like, and also that again, that's why we have so many stories and songs about unlucky love, or you know, like
And let me tell you, it makes me happy because, you know, I DJ weddings and events, and it always makes me happy to see couples dancing on the dance floor. Like I revel and relish and celebrate other people's love too. Like it really does. And I don't want to sound corny and cuckoo and kooky and like a Hallmark card, but when I'm DJing and I play a couple song and I see couples come out, I mean, that warms my heart. I feel so happy to see other people in love. And it's like, it really just, it's a nice thing to see. So, you know, or whatever, you're in the park, you see lovers in love, like, God bless, you know, may always be in love, you know? So anyways, but all right. Anything else, Magnus, before we wrap this up?
No, listen to some good love songs. That's always good too. From Huey Lewis, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, some nice soul songs or whatnot. You know, like you should understand, like most love songs, good bad relationships, that it always helps. I mean, and I think hopefully everybody will get to enjoy true love in their life.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, on those words, excellent, Magnus. Thank you, everybody. Check back in. A lot of great content coming up. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and tell us about the person that you love in your life below. Come on, hit it, and share this with people. Okay, everybody, we're out of here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.